If you're wondering why I'm not live tonight, we were going to tackle over here. It's because it's raining again, which means I keep having to go up every hour to empty that stupid bucket upstairs. And I just, I can't drag all this up there. Not tonight. And it's just a hot mess. I am trying to piece together a video. I had started to film one. Hey, if anybody knows what the hell Windows 11 did to my video software, please, for the love of God, tell me. Send me an email. Because now everything shows up in my picture files without a thumbnail. So I have no thumbnail to go by, which means trying to drop and drag into the editing software is an absolute nightmare. I'm dragging stuff in blind. I also have a stupid phone that's downloading videos of ads and keeping them. I don't even understand that. But I just dropped out 92 images and videos from my phone to my laptop because it's the only way I can get these things out of my phone. And I honestly, I've no idea why. I've no idea what this technology crap is doing. I just know it's very frustrating. It is extremely time consuming. I've been an hour at my computer already just trying to get the files into the laptop and then find the ones for this video for tonight to set it up as a premiere. And it's already 8:12 p.m. I'm ready to cry. I hate technology with a passion. This thing worked great and was fine until the laptop was forced to upgrade to Windows 11. And then it's all gone cluster. So I'm not a happy camper. I'm not a happy camper because I have water leaking into my ceiling so badly that it's literally a steady stream. I can't keep up with all this crap. Every time I turn around, I'm having another issue. Dear Lord, please give it a rest. Please. I know we all have those days, though. So, today is turning out to be one of mine. So take it with a grain of salt for me. I just try to remember to breathe and just deal with what I do, what I can with what I got, and deal with it. That's the best we can do, right? So, hate to disappoint you not having a live, but I'm trying to piece this together. But by 8:30, I got to go trekking back up those steps again, or I can't lift the bucket if it gets filled to the top. And it's raining hard. So, hopefully you'll enjoy what you see. If I can get it pieced together in time, we do this as a premiere, because then I can at least watch it with you on the phone, though it might be kind of hard to actually type in comments. We'll see. But I hope you enjoy what I piece together, and hopefully it'll be up before 11 o'clock tonight. Honestly. Technology's great until they screw with it and not actually make it, make it simple. What's so difficult about making it simple? It shouldn't be so difficult. It shouldn't be stupid that all of a sudden you have no thumbnail images. That's just crazy. It just gives me an error message. And this OneDrive thing is another nightmare. That's a whole other issue. I know a lot of you in comments on other chats have said how frightened you are by technology. It's not frightening. It's just frustrating. So, we do what we can with what we got. We try to keep it as simple as possible. Always keep it simple. I know a couple people have said that they've been concerned about being live on videos. Don't worry about it. Being live on a video, you're talking to a camera. It's a lot less problematic than talking to a room full of people when you can actually see them looking at you. That's not the problem. The problem is when you try to edit those videos. That's where the challenge really is. So cut yourself some slack, those who have wanted to go live on other channels and were afraid about showing themselves, or, doing a live video. You can do a video of your stuff and just show your hands and never show your face. So that's okay. But trust me, it's not showing your face that's the problem. It's the dang technology. It's editing. So that's the real challenge. So I hope you guys liked this stuff. This was a hard video to do, what's coming up. Honestly, tonight's the first chance I've had to sit down and edit it, which sucks because it has to be up for 11 o'clock tonight as a premiere. It's just been that kind of day. The rain started last night. I had to stay up all night. The last alarm went off at 4 a.m. and I forgot to reset it. So whatever Mike walked into at 6 a.m. or 6:30 in the morning is whatever he walked into. He says it wasn't a mess. The towels were all dry. So at some point it had slowed down or stopped raining about then. And he just emptied everything then. And then I didn't wake up till he was leaving for work at 1:30 this afternoon. And he emptied it again then before he left. And like he said, that there wasn't really anything in it, but he wanted to make sure that it was empty for however long I slept. Yeah, he's a good kid. So, all right. Enjoy what's coming. It wasn't easy to show you, but I'm showing you. Hi, guys. I am going to show you some clips of some of the house. I've talked about the playroom. That used to be the room where, growing up, all of our toys were kept. Hence the name, the playroom. Mom's sewing machine was out there. A big Disney toy box, which is now in the attic. Tons of toys. It, at one point, was piled so high that you literally just had a path to go from the door over to the powder room. That was it. It's better and worse. It's better for the amount of stuff that's in there. You'll see the big hole up top to see why it's worse. But stuff has come out of there. It's definitely been a work in progress. I didn't get the chance to film during the daylight the back end of the dining room, which right now, that back end has all the big totes, which is what I used to keep the stuff for flea markets in. I've sold 90% of that to you guys early on when I first started live sales. I think there's one tote that has some of the bigger stuff that's just too unwieldy to really ship, or really heavy stuff. So, but I'm pretty sure there's only just one tote, but there's a pile there of 6 totes and a couple of little things on top. That used to be nothing but boxes of books that were up to my chin. Couldn't go any higher than that because there's a shelf unit on the wall with a mirror and shelves. So it went up to the top of that. So that was a lot. And that's what I'd been doing before 2020 hit. I had been selling off all that stuff, as well as nitpicking from, other parts of the house. So I decided that you should see what I'm working with when it comes to trying to keep it organized to pack, and how it's just not organized because there's no space. And you need to really understand that. This is not an easy video for me to do. It's hard when you have to admit that you can't let people in your house because there's nowhere to sit, because there's no living room. So it's not an easy video. It's not going to be an easy video for those of you with OCD, because the clutter is going to cause claustrophobia. I guarantee that. So trigger warning. But for those of you that are also dealing with stuffed houses or a stuffed room, take heart that what you're going to see is by no means the worst that the room had been. Absolutely by no means the worst the room had been. Even the Black Hole Challenge room, when you see how I have, what little space I have and how I'm trying to manage to pack things, you're gonna see what looks like utter chaos, which actually is probably more organized than the playroom is. It's just the lack of actual space to sit things and then to still wrap them, so you'll see what I mean. But even that room, you can see the other videos from before May of 2021 when I got hurt. You can see all the work that was done on that room. You can compare the two, and you can see the improvement that's happened in that room. So understand, for those that have, big pile of stuff in any given room, or have that, they call it death pile. I call them resource piles. So, have a big resource pile of stuff or a bunch of totes in the garage you got to deal with. There's hope. Stuff did not fill that space overnight. It's not going to all go away overnight. There is hope. And with that in mind, that's why I'm showing you these. It's not easy. Because while I can admit privately that this house is way overstuffed, it's another thing to actually have to show it to people. That's hard. You can know something is, but not want to share it with other people and let them know it is what it is. But when it all had to come here, and bless Paul's heart, Philly Flipper, because, he has a bunch of stuff from the Black Hole Challenge room just to get it out of the way so that we could actually empty the room. There's a bunch at his place, at his warehouse, and then I got hurt. And bless that young man, because he has not, ow, hey, no claws. Guess who's here? He has not said boo about me getting my stuff out of there, because he knew I couldn't move. I couldn't lift stuff. So he's been just so incredibly kind. So if you guys are not subscribed to Philly Flipper, he has 2 channels now. He has Philly Flipper Live and Philly Flipper. And it's spelled with a PH to get the F sound on both Philly. Well, Philly spelled with PH anyway, and Flipper. So, all right. Here's why I'm so behind. I just have a card table, and as you can see, it's loaded with stuff that's partly packed, not packed, and then I bring a box up, and I've got that box and that box, and there's not enough room. And this is the Black Hole Challenge room, which I got so far through and then had to stop because I got hurt last May. So I am still, still got some older stuff here, and it just kills me. And I do apologize for that. And I know you're sick of hearing me apologize, but that's what my life has been. I realized I have had 13 months of crappy health in the last 2 years. 13 solid months of crappy health. Most of that since last May. A big chunk of that since last May, when I got the pinched nerves in my spine. But this is I've got 2 boxes up there too. And I have no light in here. This is, pardon the glare, but that's the light I gotta use because the only light in the room is way over there, which leaves this area really kind of dim. Look, this is what it's like without the flash on from my camera. This is how dim it is trying to work. Actually, the camera makes it look brighter than it is. But all this is in shadow compared to, you know, over there, to give you context. So I'm working on packing up tonight, and when I go downstairs with some boxes, I will show you where the rest of the stuff is sitting waiting to be able to get up here. And this is how stuff ends up mixed up, and some stuff doesn't get sent to you that you wanted a long while ago, but sometimes you got the newer stuff. Because there's just no blasted space. That was the whole point of getting this room sorted out, so I had not only place to sort, but I wanted to make that little corner over there a table where I could pack things right from up here. So everything would be one room, and all the excess packing materials would stay on the 3rd floor for space, but that's easier to go one flight of stairs to get extra boxes than it is to have to go 2 flights of stairs. So this is what it is. And I'll show you downstairs. When I get down there, I will show you where I'm at. And I do not have, other than blood work, right now, I don't have any medical tests for the next week. I only have scouts, and I have a live Thursday night that is not a sale. This is why I started alternating sales every other week and adjusted it by having one last week on my first night back with the Night Owls. I adjusted the dates so that this way, when it comes to Boy Scout Summer Camp, I will not have a sale the week I'm gone. So let me get back to work up here. And for any of you, don't be offended if you have tape on your bubble wrap that says shut up. This is really old and it's useless for boxes, but it's perfect for bubble wrap because you could peel it right off. This was sold at Spencer Gifts probably 25, 30 years ago. And I found a thing of it and it works great for the bubble wrap so you can pull it off. And yeah, let me get back to the ball game here. So here's the other problem. I have boxes of stuff here. I have 2 boxes over there. I have stuff that has been sold and some that hasn't been shown up there. And of course that is because of that, which is the bathtub. Yeah, this is why we don't have hot water directly to the shower, because it leaks, and it caused a big leak that also damaged the floor, because at one point in time I could not get into here. This is where I had the cats, but since I don't have Morgan in here anymore, I kind of took over again and have stuff here, stuff there. I used to try to list out here, but when that just it just creates too much dust and mold out here for my allergies. So, and originally, you know, you couldn't see walls in this room. I mean, granted, there is still a big pile of stuff right here that I haven't gone through. A lot of the stuff on top, this is a bunch of envelopes, packing paper, another thing of packing paper, another box of packing paper. This is actually to hang velvet on, but I can't find the actual little like hook part so it can hang. I know it's here. I don't know why Mom separated the 2 of them. And then there's boxes of toys over there that I haven't gone through. But, you know, every day I have black hole challenges everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. And I hear something crawling around on the porch just on the other side of that door. So either the raccoon is out there or a cat or maybe the possum. I don't know. So that big black thing is the TV cabinet. I can't get to the front of it right now, but that's the TV cabinet I had mentioned in one of my lives. So yeah. So I got to take one box at a time because it's all I can carry up the stairs to that table to pack. And then it gets a little chaotic because everybody's stuff, you know, if you've bought from multiple sales, some might be down here, some might be up there, and it's back and forth, which is why it's just ridiculous. I need that room straightened out. But to do that first, I need to clear out all this stuff and get it out to you guys. But yeah, this is another black hole challenge. This is the playroom. That's become a catch-all. And look, I very carefully have the tiara up there because I didn't get that back upstairs. It's all deferred action, you know. And this used to be, you couldn't walk in here. There was a path from the doorway to the powder room, which is directly behind me, and it was like piled up to there. So this is a big change from what it had been a couple years ago, but it's still got so much further to go. But it's like the rest of the house. So much further to go. And this room, for scale, this room is 9 feet this way, and this way is 8 feet 10 inches. It's a little box. Not that big a room. Has the best woodwork in the house, though. Nobody ever painted this stuff. Looks gorgeous. Until you got to that, which ruined the floor. But one thing at a time. One challenge at a time. And I have spent so many years bouncing challenge to challenge to challenge. And all that happens then is you end up with this. You end up with stuff everywhere and no one place straightened out. So that's why I just was focusing on the black hole challenge for an office. And we need to get back to that, because if I can get just one space where I can film, where I can sort things and put them on shelves to see what I have, where I have a table in the corner to pack and a set of shelves just to hold the stuff that's already sold, then that would be fantastic. And I can have the scale up there and the laptop up there, because right now the scale and the laptop are down here on the first floor. Meanwhile, I'm packing on a card table on the second floor. All the packing supplies are on the third floor. It's crazy. And you know, I still have to get my knee looked at. They still think there's a tear in the meniscus. Hernias are taking precedence over that. But yeah. And if you wonder why I have dust allergies, it's because you can't. Even though I sweep every week, I sweep the floors every week. With all this, you end up with dust. You just can't help it. But we are all going to work on this year. Every one of us, we're going to pick one spot, one pile, one closet, one bookshelf, whatever it is, one room. We're going to pick a spot and we're going to keep going on that spot. For me, that's got to be the office. But to get to the office means all this stuff has to get out of here. That's why I don't do sales every week. I can't. I'm already backed up. Cannot do them every week. So that's where we are. And you can see dust floating here and there on this because I actually moved something. So I'll give you another spot in the house and show you what I'm dealing with. Probably in the daylight so you can see the dining room. Okay, here is the last chaotic. I just brought these boxes all down from upstairs. And I still got there, and this has become a giant catch-all. So this may be Thursday night's work with me pile, so we can get my table back. But the stuff from the last sale is still there. I've had a ton of bills and paperwork to get through, which is all that, and that's half of what it had been. But you can see what's on back there. So I need... Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, and you can see what's on back there. Vintage Rescue Squad. And I've got stuff up there Only one thing up there is waiting to go into a box, and that is that. Because I need to Frankenbox it. Because it's so tall. And Sam, it's still there to give me inspiration every day. And it keeps me going. So, guys, like I said, I got black hole challenges everywhere. One at a time. But they all hinge on getting you guys your stuff. That's got to be the top thing. So that's some of what I'm dealing with. I mean, it's a lot, I know.